It doesn't matter who you listen to, they're telling you that AI, artificial intelligence, is taking over. And you know what? They're right. It is taking over. But guess what? All they're doing is monetizing and taking money from you to provide you with another service. Do you remember your cable bill? How high is your cable bill right now? Do you remember your electric bill? How high is your electric bill? All of the services that millionaires and billionaires provide for you, they continue to charge you more and more from because they want your money. The number one AI is Grok. And guess what? Elon wants your money every single month in order for you to use the good version of it. Google, you got to pay them $20 a month to use the good version of Gemini. ChatGPT, you got to give them $20 a month in order to use the good version of ChatGPT. They want your money. This is a money grab. Now, we're all in it for the money. I'm not going to say that we're not here for the money, but these are centralized. They are controlled by these people. In fact, you can argue with each one of those AIs about whether or not they're controlled by somebody else. And by the way, they will tell you what you want to hear. And then when you ask them and say, hey, this doesn't make any sense, you know what they'll say? My bad. You're right. I'm wrong. I was just, they want to make you feel good. Okay, these algorithms, these AI algorithms, they're coming after you. Now, what I found is this right here, Bittensor. Before we get started, please hit that like button on the way in. We're going to talk about this because Bittensor has decentralized and democratized artificial intelligence in ways that these other guys, they're just not going to do it. In fact, if you want to earn some Bittensor TAO tokens, then guess what you do? Proof of intelligence instead of proof of work, proof of stake. We got a quick sponsor hit, True Believers, Crucible Wallet, the only TAO native wallet built by Bittensor's actual co-founder, Ala Shabana. Ledger support, audited, clean UI, real-time subnet P&L, and a smart allocator that stakes your TAO while keeping principal 100% safe. Mark Jeffrey calls it the easiest, best TAO wallet yet made. I switched to it. You should switch too. The link is in the description. Download the Crucible wallet right now. What you have to do is be right about what the AI is doing, and guess what? Those miners, they're going to run AI tasks, and when they're right in the AI task, they get rewarded. So you can be a miner. It's very simple. And there's only 21 million Bittensor, just like Bitcoin. And guess what? Bittensor's halving December of 2025, which means that it's going to cut in half the number of Bittensor on the market. But I digress a little bit here. Let's talk about what's going on. All right, true believers, why is Bittensor the best AI protocol? Why does it have the biggest market cap? First, it's got the Bitcoin DNA. 21 million coins is all there ever is going to be for TAO. So that's meritocracy. That is, the supply is going to go down every single halving period. There was a fair launch. There's no venture capital dumps. Like, this is perfect and pure decentralization. Also, it's proof of intelligence, which I mentioned before. Miners are going to run AI tasks, like they're going to predict stocks, or they're going to generate art or something like that. And the validators then score them on quality, and then they get TAO for doing that. It's not random hashing. It's rewarding real smarts and real intelligence. And third, the subnets. There's like 32 mini markets right now on the Bittensor network, from text generation to GPU rentals. Whatever you need in AI, it's already here. As a matter of fact, one of them that I brought to you a while back, you can program AI agents. Those AI agents one can read your email. One can handle your calendar. And all you have to do, talk to your phone, talk to whomever, create the AI agent, whatever you want, and then boom, it's your world, baby. Do what you want. Now, for all of this time, because NVIDIA is the big AI on the block, they've been telling you that Render is the big AI project. But guess what? Bittensor, much higher market cap than Render. You know why? Trust. Full decentralization. What about Fetch AI? All of these different AI companies merged together in order to create Fetch AI into this one big, the internet supercomputer, as they called it. And guess what? Doesn't have as high a market cap as Bittensor. The TAO token is second to none right now. Now, why is that? Well, let's say you're a normal person like me. I'm not an AI programmer. I don't know anything about AI, but I can go to the TAO network. I can stake my TAO tokens, and I earn passive yields of up to 20% APY. by supporting these validators. You want to run a miner on your gaming rig? Fine, do it. During your downtime when you're not playing video games, guess what? You can earn money. Developers, they build on these subnets, they monetize AI apps instantly, and every day they win. You want to do it? You can use ChatGPT, Grok, or any of these other ones to do the same thing. You can use Bittensor to program itself an AI app that you can then sell to people on one of the subnet markets. It doesn't get any easier than this. This is democratizing AI in a way that these other people are not doing because they want your money. Also, there's no corporate censorship. You're not stuck with Elon Musk will not allow you to do something because it doesn't jive with what he believes. Or Sam Altman doesn't want you to know certain things or doesn't want certain news articles to be read when it's scraping the internet, and they change the algorithm. Remember, there's times when X changes the Grok algorithm to weird levels in which they stop looking at certain news and websites to give you what they consider to be unbiased. It's not unbiased. It is very biased, okay? This is democratizing intelligence. This is democratizing your smarts. Your grandma could stake her TAO tokens here and earn a profit, and she doesn't need a PhD to figure it out, and she doesn't need to pay $20 a month to have access to some AI intelligence. All right, now let me give you the real hype here, because this is going to get interesting. Right now, it's about a $3 billion market cap. There are analysts out here looking at this ecosystem saying that this is a $1 trillion market cap. This is democratized. This is decentralized. This is exactly what Grok is, only nobody's in charge of it. This isn't hype. This is the backbone of the future of artificial intelligence. Guys, right now I want to look at the chart and I want to tell you what I think is going to happen. Okay, let me first say that there was a big wick that came over here back in October, on October 10. That was a company called Wintermute. Wintermute is the largest market maker. They handle most of the Chinese market. And the day that Donald Trump threatened China, Wintermute had a massive dump in the market. Now, when you look at it from the total market, the market is way down, but look at Bittensor. Bittensor is not down nearly as far, and in fact, rallied up to $538 just a month ago. Okay, now sitting at about 276, we've had a lot of pressure in the market, but it looks like we might be in a reversal. If we're in a reversal, let me tell you what the bullish narrative is going to be. The bullish narrative is going to be this. You see this 50 and 200 MA, that's the yellow line and the purple line right here on my screen. Zoomed in here just a little bit more. Now you're seeing a death cross play out. We saw a death cross play out over here. We got some sideways action, and then we got this momentous, explosive move as a recovery. So what I think is going to happen is this. I'm going to take a Fibonacci from the bottom of this pivot to the top of this pivot, and you'll notice this green line right here. Here's what I think is going to happen. What I think is going to happen with Bittensor is we're going to run from $276 right now up to about $350. I think we're going to dump back down into the $300 range, and then I think that's when we're going to talk about an absolute breakout. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not qualified to give you financial advice. I'm telling you what I think is going to happen on this chart. If you buy this, it should be because you think that that's going to happen. If you buy TAO tokens, it should be with your own research. This is me just giving you my opinion of what I think could happen. I'm not telling you what will happen because I don't know. This market could dump even further. There are rumors that Bitcoin could be at $60,000 before we know it. I don't think that it is. I think that this market is much more bullish than we've been giving it credit for. I think we're about to see a $97,000, $100,000 Bitcoin again, and the market is going to do a big reversal. May even go up as high as testing the new all-time high. Going into 2026, I think that's when the real bull run is going to happen. In the meantime, I think we're going to get this big surge to 350. Then we're going to have a little dip back down into 300. By the way, I'm not supposed to say we're having a dip if I'm a maxi, if you will, but I don't care about that. I care about you knowing what I think is going to happen. After that, I think we're going to go into this rally zone right here. This is the value zone right here for me on TAO. So I suspect between $440 and $460 is going to be the next big move. The question is, will it break out beyond that? And there's a lot of resistance along this range at $460. So I suspect that we're going to have a fight when we get there. But I think this is going to have a massive run. I think it's going to have a massive move. And some of these analysts are calling for a $1 trillion market cap on Bittensor. That is 300x away from the current price and valuation. Do I think that it could hit $1 trillion market cap? I'm not sure that that's the case. That's, maybe 2030, maybe 2040, something like that. Maybe we can talk about it at that time, because this is the #1 AI project. If AI is the future, if the Trump administration is going to back off, then that does mean that there is a lane here in which Bittensor has an open road, and it can surpass Grok, it can surpass OpenAI. And by the way, because it's democratized, because you contribute, if you're a programmer, if you are part of it, or if you've got a lane in a subnet that you can build in, then guess what? You don't have one person to answer to. You don't have one person to answer for. And the democratization is not about making some billionaire even more billions of dollars. It's about making sure that the information that you get works and is true, and that artificial intelligence is working the way that it's supposed to support you, not to support them. Now, guys, in closing, I am genuinely curious. If you have some Bittensor and you are holding on to it, let me know what your price prediction is going to be. But, I'm going to tell you right now that I think if we get a bullish run, if we get a massive breakout, then we are talking about $30 to $60 billion market cap right now. I don't want to press too much higher than that. That is a 10 to 20x from where we currently are, which is the $3 billion market cap. I want to say that AI bubble, in so much as there may be a bubble, might exist because NVIDIA didn't run when it should have run after its $55 billion earnings. The market is starting to look at it a little bit nervous. So there could be a bubble burst. And if there's a bubble burst, then we could see some value decline. But ultimately, guess what? AI is the future, so it's all going to reverse. And Bittensor will be at the forefront of that AI revolution. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Remember, nothing that I said here should be taken as financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I am simply a talking head on a YouTube channel telling you that I believe that Bittensor is the future of AI, and that if you are a holder, I think you're going to be rewarded greatly for being one of those people. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. This is not financial advice, but I'm